Happy Thursday afternoon and welcome into the locker room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm Namath Pitts. We continue on this week with more local sports right here in East Alabama in the Calhoun and Cleburne County areas. We were saddened by some unfortunate news yesterday that we're going to talk more about today. We have the Alabama Coaches Association basketball rankings that were released yesterday to the public. We're going to talk all Gadsden, Etowah County football team. And then, of course, we're going to preview the wrestling tournaments for the weekend ahead. 2 wrestling tournaments right here in East Alabama. But before we go any further today, I want to remind you to like and follow our East Alabama Now page. I believe we just eclipsed the 1,900 point this past couple days. And so let's help get us to that 2K mark. We've got some cool things coming in the future, giveaways and different things. So you don't want to miss that. Obviously, the Calhoun County wrestling tournament's coming up. We're going to have the broadcast of that. A lot of great things that you can get only right here on East Alabama Now. And then that is we're here every weekday at 5 p.m. on the locker room, again, presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. Now, it's not just the locker room that brings you great local news every single day. Also, EAA News is here every night at 6:30 p.m. Mike Stedham and Katie Edwards bring you your local news. John Holder has your local weather, and then I bring you your local sports as we continue to go through these basketball scores and wrestling results every night, previewing all of the matchups, truly doing it unlike anybody else in the area. That's EAA News every night at 6:30 p.m. But today we are going to talk a little bit about some news that broke yesterday. It's something that I talked about on EAA News last night, but I really wanted to take a deeper look into it today, and that is the unfortunate news of Coach Bill Burgess, who passed away yesterday at the age of 82 years old. Now, we actually had some highlights shared to us from Jacksonville State University of the Coach Bill Burgess era, but before we show you those highlights and I tell you more about Bill Burgess and his career as not only a great coach, but as a great person, we've got to tell you guys about Lindsay Barger of Really Real Real Estate, because Lindsay Barger is our presenting sponsor when it comes to highlights. And Lindsay Barger wants to know, are you ready to buy or sell? Because together with Lindsay Barger, we can help make your home dreams a reality. She specializes in home buying, selling, and investing. Whether you want to buy a personal home, buy land to build a dream home, sell a rental home, or buy a home to flip and resell, Lindsay Barger is your friend through it all. So she would love to guide you in the process today. So call her today at 256-441-2389. Call her for all your real estate needs, and do not forget to like and follow her on Facebook and Instagram at lindsaybarger.realtor. So again, we're going to tell you a little bit more about Bill Burgess. We're going to show you some highlights of the Bill Burgess era at Jacksonville State University. So let's go to the highlights again that were shared to us by Jacksonville State University. So Coach Bill Burgess led Jacksonville State to a national championship as part of a Hall of Fame coaching career. And again, unfortunately, he's passed away, but you see it right there, December 12th, the Division II National Championship game. Coach Bill Burgess coached at JSU from 1985 to 1996. He posted a record of 84 wins, 49 losses, and 4 ties with the Gamecocks, including 4 Gulf South Conference championships and the 1992 Division II national title. He's a Birmingham native. Burgess was an all-state performer at Jones Valley High School. He played fullback at Auburn University in the early 1960s before going into the high school coaching realm. He spent 5 seasons at Woodlawn, spent 14 at Oxford, winning 127 games and reaching the playoffs 9 times. His 1982 Oxford team advanced all the way to the state championship before losing to Thompson. When Jacksonville State head coach Joe Hollis left after just 1 season to become an assistant at Georgia, the Gamecocks hired Burgess. His teams again won Gulf South championships in 1988, 1989, 1991, and 1992, losing in the national championship game twice before finally bringing home the trophy in their final season in Division II, which was a 17-13 victory over Pittsburgh State in 1992. You see the highlights right here against Pittsburgh State, and it was one of the greatest feelings in the world for Jacksonville State as JSU began its transition from Division II to the Division I, now FCS level. Burgess's team had losing records in 3 of the next 4 seasons. His contract was not renewed at the end of the 1996 season. But Burgess's career only got better. He was inducted into the Calhoun County Sports Hall of Fame's inaugural class in 2005, the NCAA Division II Hall of Fame in 2011, and the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame in 2019. Jacksonville State's home stadium was renamed Burgess Snow Field, in his honor back in 2010. And he received the Alabama Football Coaches Association Lifetime Achievement Award in 2021. Burgess coached 64 All-Gulf South Conference players, 9 Division II All-Americans during his time at Jack State, and one of his players at Oxford High School was his son Rick, who is now obviously the co-host of the popular radio program, The Rick and Bubba Show. Obviously, we send our best condolences to the Burgess family, and we are saddened by the passing. A couple other local people chimed in on their tributes to Coach Burgess. Larry Davidson, who's the longtime Oxford High School athletic director and former coach, said, "We are saddened by the passing of Coach Bill Burgess, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. Coach Burgess spent 14 years here as a head football coach, but his influence goes way beyond those years and is still felt here today. His reach went well beyond the football field. He impacted not only a school and athletic department, but a community. He was the best at getting people to do the best at whatever they were doing. No one wanted to disappoint Coach Burgess. His influence is still felt here today, but not only here, his presence was felt throughout the state. That he could impact so many people in so many places is a testament to the man Coach Burgess was." Another person that chimed in with a tribute was the head coach of the Walter Wilburn Panthers, head coach Jeff Smith, who's a former Jacksonville State player. And he said that Coach Burgess was more than my coach. He was the example of a great coach and a man that taught me how to be the coach, husband, and father that I am today. I owe much of my success in coaching and in life to him. He didn't just care about you when you played for him. He cared about you long after when the playing days were over. He always wanted to hear about your family and your life. He was never too busy to take your calls or visits. He truly wanted the best for you and made you feel like you and your family mattered to him. I will forever be grateful and proud to be a Burgess boy. Another person that chimed in with a tribute is the head coach of the Westbrook Christian Warriors, who's also a former Jacksonville State player, Steve Smith. He said, "We all want to send our prayers to the entire Burgess family. To say that Coach Burgess had a profound impact on me and my career would be a huge understatement. I learned the 2 most important aspects of coaching from him, loyalty and relationships. Coach had a tight circle of family and team, and if you were in his circle, you were in it for life. This, a whole group of guys who proudly called ourselves the Burgess Boys. The things he taught us about relationships and how he treated people goes far beyond a chosen career. They have helped us to be the best that we could be in all aspects of life. Quitting is not an option, and you always take care of your family first. He modeled that for us and didn't care about fame or popularity. He was the ultimate team guy, and we surely miss him." Coach Burgess, we wish, or the Burgess family, I should say, we are praying for you, sending our best. And for Coach Burgess, your legacy will forever live on, not only in Jacksonville, not only in Oxford, but all across the country for the things you did right here in the state of Alabama. And again, Jacksonville State President Don Killingsworth said, on behalf of the entire JSU family, we extend our deepest sympathies to the entire Burgess family. Coach Burgess launched JSU to a national recognition in football and was one of the best at building young men into the greatest husbands, fathers, and community members that they are today. And he will surely be missed, and all of the Burgess family and Gamecock family are in our prayers. So Coach Bill Burgess passes away at the age of 82, but his legacy lives on. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to share with you the Coaches Association basketball rankings that were released yesterday. These were released to the public. We've got the latest on them when we come back. You're watching The Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
Welcome to Room by Room Home Furnishings, a locally owned and operated furniture store located in Oxford, Alabama. We've been serving Northeast Alabama and the surrounding area since 2007. We offer stylish and affordable new arrivals and all the top trends to help you get a cozy and homey atmosphere with hand-picked home furnishings and decor to fit anybody's style and budget with knowledge, personality, and good vibes. Let Room by Room in Oxford, Alabama help you score amazing deals and turn your house into a home.
Ted's Floors & Beyond brings you the locker room each and every day. Ted's Floors & Beyond has all your flooring needs, whether it's hardwood, laminate, carpet, tile, luxury vinyl. They have it for you right there at Ted's. You can go by their showroom there in Anniston and you can pick out what you like, want, and need, and they can do that there at Ted's. Also, they've got their partnership with Welburn Cabinet and will offer you a complete kitchen or bath makeover. That includes cabinets, countertops, flooring, backsplashes, tile showers. They can get it done there at Ted's Floors & Beyond. And now they offer you work on your outdoor space. Whether it's an outdoor kitchen, patio, or living space, they have specially made outdoor tiles and stones that can enhance your outdoor experience. Go by and see them today at their showroom in Anniston on Highway 431, right before you get to Sachs Elementary School, or visit them online at shopteds.com. That is shopteds.com. Ted's Floors & Beyond brings you the locker room. Welcome in. We continue on the locker room on this Thursday afternoon. And it is not too chilly this afternoon, but it's still a little not necessarily hot. It's enough that I have to have my box fan on when I go to bed at night. That's just one of those things I have to have. But you know something that can't be stopped? Spring Gardens girls basketball team. That is someone that cannot be stopped. And I got to tell you, the Alabama Coaches Association released their coaches poll, which is completely coach vote. This is to the public. All you got to do is look up the Alabama Coaches Association on Facebook, on social media, and you can see the coaches' rankings. Those are for the public to see. And so we're going to share those rankings for you guys. And we're going to start in Class 1A, and we're going to show you guys those rankings, boys and girls. We're going to look at Class 2A, 3A. We shared our East Alabama rankings, but these are the coaches that voted on these. These are not my votes. I had zero say in this. I'm not a coach. I'm the furthest thing from it. But this is from the coaches. So let's start in Class 1A, and let's take a look at these rankings for all of you guys to see. We're going to start in Class 1A right here. This is the boys. And so in the Class 1A boys, Oakwood is number 1 currently. Skyline is number 2. Covenant Christian is number 3. Georgiana is 4. McIntosh is 5. Not McIntosh Road in Oxford. No, this is a real school. Number 6 is Pleasant Home. 7 is Keith. 8 is Addison. 9 is Red Level. That's a real name. Like Red Level, Alabama. Is that a real place? Yeah, it's real. They're number 9. Number 10 is Marion County. That is the boys' rankings according to the Alabama Coaches Association. The girls' rankings, no, this is boys as well. Let's continue on. This is Class 2A of the boys. At number 1 in Class 2A for the boys is Red Bay. You got to go all the way over almost to the Mississippi state line to get to Red Bay. It's not a quick drive from here where we're at. Number 2 is Tuscaloosa Academy. This is a team that went from the AISA to the AHSAA, and they're in at number 2. 3 is Gadsden, right here locally, right up here in Gadsden is Gaston. And I don't know if y'all saw the new locker room they got here recently, but it is top notch. 4 is Locust Fork. They had a historical football season. Basketball's following that up really well, is good. I mean, really just as well as the football team. The basketball team's doing the same. Number 5 is Lafayette. 6 is Collinsville. 7 is Hatton. 8 Zion Chapel. You get some crazy names. You start going down these lists. 9 Chickasaw. And 10 is Central Coosa County, which is over in Sylacauga, or really Rockford areas where that's at. All right, let's move forward with our rankings, and let's go to Class 3A. Number 10 is Asbury. Number 9 is Indian Springs. 8 is Danville. 7, you get in a lot of private schools. 7, Houston Academy, private school. 6, Providence Christian, private school. 5, Montgomery Academy, private school. 4, Hillcrest Evergreen. 3, Cottage Hill. 2, Plainview. And number 1, Sumter Central. That's your 3A boys rankings. I'm still going to say Plainview is my pick to win 3A right there. 2A, my pick to win 2A is Red Bay. And my pick to win 1A is Skyline. All right, moving on to Class 4A. I'm actually going to go Oakwood. All right, 4A, let's see. St. John Paul II is number 10. No Hope is 9. Brooks is 8. West Morgan is 7. I got a lot of teams right there in that area in Madison County up towards Huntsville with St. John Paul, New Hope, Brooks, West Morgan, all right there. You get into Good Hope at 6. And look at 5, 4, 3, and 2. Right here in East Alabama, we are loaded in Class 4A. Etowah, number 5, who knocked out White Plains last year. Anniston's number 4, who just lost to White Plains by 2. White Plains is 3. They play Jacksonville tomorrow. Number 2 versus number 3 in the state. Big game tomorrow night at Jacksonville. White Plains, Jacksonville, big game. I'm not sure if that's at White Plains or Jacksonville, but they do play tomorrow night. I do know that. Number 1 is Hale County, but I got to be honest with you. I think this year, if Jacksonville, White Plains, Anniston, or Etowah, any of those 4 are playing their style of basketball, I think any of those could win the championship. I think any of them could beat Hale County. So I'm going one of the East Alabama teams to win Class 4A this year for the boys. All right, Class 5A. Looking at Class 5A for the boys. Number 10 is Hayden. Number 9 is Carroll. Number 8 is East Limestone. Every time I see East Limestone, I think like just looking for gold. I don't know why that is. But anyway, 7's the Knights of Arab. 6 is Scottsboro. 5's Jasper, 4's Madison Academy, who, by the way, Madison Academy really is a 3A program. But because of the private school balancing, they play 3A football, they play 5A basketball. That shows you what the balancing on the private schools can do. 3's Ramsey, 2's Fairfield, 1's the defending champions, Valley. Really good team. That's your Class 5A rankings for the boys. Class 6A, did the Oxford Yellow Jackets make it? Coach Van Meter's team did not. Number 10's Fort Payne. They are low. I think Coach Coker's team is low on these rankings. I don't know why they got them so low down at 10. 9's Homewood. 8's Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. Some rumors they're going up to 7A. We're going to see here on Monday on the region renovation. But number 7's Helena. 6 Coleman. 5 Northridge. 4 Pinson Valley. 3 Mountain Brook. You know they're good. There ain't no doubt about that. 2's Buckhorn. And number 1 is Paul Bryant. Nope, not Paul Bryant from Alabama. Paul Bryant, the school. All right, number 7, which is 7A. MGM right there is number 10. That's McGill. No, that's not McGill Tulane, I don't think. I don't know who MGM is, to be honest with you guys. 9's Fairhope. 8's Baker. 7's Jag. 6 is Vestavia Hills. Thompson's 5. Austin 4. Central Phoenix City 3, which is really good. 2's Hoover. And Huntsville is number 1. The Panthers of Huntsville are number 1. All right, I believe that's going to take us to our girl rankings. We got our girl rankings. Start with Class 1A. Look at them right there. Ace Austin and the Spring Garden Panthers. They are UNSTOPPABLE. Did I spell that right? Yeah, I should be spelling B King. 11 letters, unstoppable. That's what Ace Austin and the Spring Garden Panthers are. They're unstoppable. I don't care if it's Skyline, Bell Green, Winterboro, Schultz, Christian Keith, Southern Choctaw, Brilliant, Marion County, Brantley. It doesn't matter. Spring Garden by 50. I'm going with the Panthers to win the 1A state championship right there. They are number 1 in the Class 1A girls rankings. Skyline's 2, probably going to be the toughest competition they face. All right, in Class 2A for the girls, Mars Hill Bible's 1. 2's Cold Springs. No clue where that's at. 3's Eider. 4's North Sand Mountain. 5's Decatur Heritage. Holly Pond 6. Pisgah 7. Lynette 8. Locust Fork 9. Solent 10. Keep an eye on Pisgah at number 7. That's the team that can surprise some people and make some noise. But still got to feel like Mars Hill Bible is probably the best team in the girl division in Class 2A. Class 3A, it is Vinemont at 10. Southside Selma at 9. Childersburg is 8. Midfield 7. Trinity Presbyterian 6. Lauderdale County 5. Plainview 4. Susan Moore 3. St. James 2. 1's Clement. I still think St. James or Susan Moore would be my pick to win the girls in Class 3A. Class 4A, T.R. Miller's 10. Hamilton's 9. Hamilton's, again, almost over in Mississippi. Go all the way far side right there. 8's Hale County. 7's UMS Wright, who is, again, right there at number 7. 6 is, by the way, UMS Wright plays 5A football. So, again, that shows you that balancing competitiveness. They're 4 in basketball, 5 in football. 6 is Priceville, 5's Jackson. 4's Anniston, 3's Prattville Christian, 2 Deshler, 1 Good Hope. I don't care about, look, Good Hope's good, Deshler's good, Prattville Christian's good. Anniston's winning the girls this year. They're at number 4, really, they're number 1. All right, Class 5A. You see it, Winona, Gunnersville, West Point, Southside Gadsden, Cold Shores, Moody, Scottsboro, Jasper, Arab, Pleasant Grove. Still think Pleasant Grove or Arab's going to be your 5A champion at the end of the season. Class 6A, Oxford girls in here? Nope. Hartsville's 10, Minor 9, Mountain Brook 8, Parker 7, Park Crossing 6, Huffman 5, Mortimer Jordan 4, Cloyd Chalkwell 3, Hillcrest Tuscaloosa 2, and Hazel Green 1. How many years straight now has Hazel Green won it? Too many to count. I'm going Hazel Green to win Class 6A once again in the girl division. And in Class 7A, which is the final one, Auburn's down at 10, Enterprise 9, 8 Foley, 7 Hewitt Trussville, 6 Daphne, a lot of Mobile South teams. Well, not Mobile, but South teams. 5 Chelsea, 4 Hoover, 3 Vestavia Hills, 2 Sparkman, and 1 is Bob Jones out of Madison County up in Huntsville. That's your Class 7A Alabama Coaches Association basketball rankings. But we've got to take a break. When we come back, we are going to talk all Etowah County football. We're going to talk Otis Weatherly Memorial Wrestling Tournament at Alexandria. We're going to talk Ranburne Wrestling Tournament. We're not done yet, guys, so quit thinking about dinner. Lock in. Let's lock in. We'll be right back. You're watching The Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond.
Ted's Floors and Beyond is excited to introduce our all-new outdoor living collection. Have you ever dreamed of elevating or even creating an outdoor living space, whether it be for grilling, lounging, playing, entertaining, or just winding down? Our quality tile and stone, combined with our expert craftsmanship, will no doubt create unforgettable outdoor moments with family and friends, while also enhancing the beauty and value of your home. Call us today.
For metal buildings in Alabama and the Southeast, Waldrop Manufacturing is your one-stop source. A Waldrop metal building provides the coverage and protection your investments need. They specialize in carports, RV covers, portable buildings, and storage buildings. Stop paying rent for storage. With Waldrop's price per foot, you can actually save money by buying straight from the manufacturer. Waldrop buildings are guaranteed because Waldrop manufactures buildings with U.S. steel right here in Calhoun County. Waldrop Manufacturing, serving the entire Southeast. Give them a call today. For over 60 years, Oxford Lumber has been servicing our area, and our customer service has always been our main focus. Our customer service is what sets us apart from anyone else. From the moment you enter, our highly trained staff will treat you like family.
To enthusiastically provide total customer satisfaction within a positive and self-fulfilling employee relations environment. Visit us at any of our 4 locations or at oxfordlumber.com.
Since 1993, WM Grocery has been a major part of our local community. WM offers the very best in fresh produce and an outstanding meat department. WM also has many local products not found anywhere else and fresh sushi every day. If you need an event catered, come see Mrs. K at any WM store. Curbside pickup is also available for your online grocery orders. Be sure to download the WM app for all the deals of the week and shopper rewards. Go check them out today at any of their locations.
We take pride in our community and appreciate your business.
We roll on this Thursday afternoon. Welcome into the Locker Room presented by Ted's Floors and Beyond. I'm your host, Namath Pitts. Well, I'm the host with the most, you know what I'm saying? Like I'd be out on the trails with the camera. Got to get them highlights for you guys. And there is a lot when it comes to highlights this season in Etowah County. We had a star in the making in Southside Gadsden. But before we talk more about him, again, the all Etowah County football teams were announced this week. And plenty of athletes in the Gadsden area took home honors. The Etowah County team consists of players from 6 schools in the Etowah County school system: Southside Gadsden, Sardis, Hoax Bluff, Glencoe, Gadsden, and West End. While Gadsden City, Etowah, Coosa Christian, and Westbrook Christian are in Etowah County, because they're in a different system, they are not involved in the all Etowah County teams. So, who was the MVP this season for Etowah County during the high school football season? Who was it? Drum roll, please. That was a bad drum roll. But it's Mason Teague of Southside Gadsden. He had to carry this team at moments. They lose Neesmith at the beginning of the year to an injury, who was an all-state quarterback. And Mason Teague stepped up, and you would have never knew that anything happened to the Southside Gadsden Panthers. They continued to prove people wrong week in and week out. And although the season may not have ended the way they wanted, Mason Teague was the MVP. Much deserved. Mason Teague is your Etowah County MVP. Offensive MVP was Blaze Gerhart of Sardis. Defensive MVP was Titan Rich of Southside. The Coach of the Year was Miles Holcomb of Southside Gadsden. The all-offense team: Dalen Reese, offensive lineman for Hoax Bluff. Jose Ponce, offensive lineman for Sardis. Luke Hollingsworth, offensive lineman for Gaston. Jamin Brown, offensive lineman for Southside Gaston. Jake Stewart, offensive lineman for Southside Gaston. Lucas Huff, offensive lineman for Glencoe. Man, we got a lot of offensive linemen. Leon Chen, offensive lineman of Hoax Bluff. Reese Thomason, offensive lineman for Southside. You can only put 5 on the field. Well, they got 10 in Gadsden. All right, Aaron Manns, you're all running back for Glencoe. Blaine Barron's running back from Hoax Bluff. Cole Garrett, running back Southside Gadsden. Rockmain Sainsbury, running back West End. Kane Lawson, running back West End. I mean, how many running backs do we got? All right, here we go. I didn't make this all Etowah County team, by the way. It was up in the Gadsden area. Colton Shields, tight end for Hoax Bluff. Eli Morton, tight end for Sardis. Wide receiver, Jaden Patton, receiver from Glencoe. Connor Lowry, wide receiver from Sardis. Jacoby Boggle, receiver from Gaston. Cade McMichael, wide receiver for Southside Gaston. Cody, I'm going to say his name wrong. Cody Cuney of Southside Gaston. Tristan Chaney, wide receiver from West End. Brain Chapman, quarterback for Sardis. Jordan Bryan, quarterback for Southside Gaston. By the way, backup quarterback came in, still made All-County. Bryce Whitaker is an athlete for Hoax Bluff. Defensively, Brayson Hayes from Hoax Bluff. Javante Strong, Southside Gaston. Jace Golden from West End. Jordan Haney from Glencoe. Gage Garner from Sardis. That's your defensive lineman. Linebackers, Coleman McGinnis of Hoax Bluff. Levi Martin of Sardis. Keller Skaggs of Gaston. Braden Bowers of Southside Gaston. Josh Carroll of West End. And Aiden Johnson of Glencoe. That is your linebackers. Defensive back, Alex Davis of Sardis. Anderson Morgan from Hoax Bluff. Trustin Granger of Gaston. Brody McCutcheon of Southside. Silas Osborne of Southside. That is your defensive backs. And athlete is Grant Coe of Sardis. Special teams, Southside Gaston kicker Caleb Ogle. And then punter Connor Montgomery of Glencoe. That is your first team all Etowah County. And so, again, great season. Teague is our MVP of the year. He ran the ball very well for Southside Gaston. Mason Teague is our MVP. Now the football season's over. We talked about basketball already, but as always, let's talk wrestling. Big tournament coming up this weekend. 2 big tournaments coming up this weekend. And the first one is Alexandria. And we're going to show you guys a picture of Coach Hardzog, and that is Otis Weatherly. Otis Weatherly wrestled for Alexandria. He graduated from Alexandria High School. Unfortunately, his life was lost a couple years ago, and Alexandria created a wrestling tournament in honor of Otis Weatherly. I was friends with Otis, knew Otis really well, went to Welborn most of his life, then was at Alexandria. Just sad to think that it's been a couple years now since Otis's life was lost. But Alexandria Wrestling Tournament this weekend is in honor of Otis Weatherly, and it features a couple really good teams. It features Alexandria, Bob Jones, Childersburg, Gardendale, Gulf Shores, Jasper, Lincoln, Oxford, Southside Gadsden, Springville, and ARAB was tentatively supposed to be there. I don't see that they have anybody registered right now, but again, we see a lot of 5A, 6A teams right here that are wrestling at Alexandria this weekend, which is, of course, that is the competition they're going to see when it comes sectional and state time. So I applaud Frank Hardzog for the schedule he's put together for this the teams he's put together for this tournament, and we look forward to seeing the results of what takes place Saturday at Alexandria. Another big tournament that's taking place this weekend is more for 1A through 4A teams, and it's Ranburne. You got to almost get to Georgia, but right before you get there, stop in Ranburne out in the middle of the country, and you're going to see some good wrestling this weekend. Matter of fact, you may see some deer, you may see some cows, may see some horses. You ain't no telling what you're going to see down in Ranburne, yeehaw. But I know one thing, there's going to be some good wrestling. But that's how it is in most places. You go to Welborn, I'm not going to say what you're going to see in Welborn. I'm just going to leave it like that. But they'll be there this weekend. My alma mater will be at Ranburne Wrestling, and so will the Alabama School for the Blind, Asheville, Cherokee County, Cleburne County, Montevallo making the trip. That ain't a short drive neither. Piedmont, Pleasant Valley. Again, that's another country right there. I live in Pleasant Valley. I see cows and horses and yeehaws every day. Ranburne will be out there. Sachs, Walter Welborn. We got a couple rednecks. Weaver, West End, White Plains. About every place in Alabama is like that. But if you get lost down in Ranburne, just know you're probably in the right place. I tell you, it is in the middle of nowhere. But one thing about Ranburne is Coach Coach Meter does a good job down there. Zach Buchanan's been one of the best wrestlers to this point in the season in any classification and weight. We're actually going to hear from Zach Buchanan over the Christmas break. We're going to do a sit-down, do a one-on-one interview with Coach Meter, and sit down and talk to Zach Buchanan, talk with, I believe it's Carter Driver, two really good wrestlers for Ranburne. And Coach Meter's, of course, done a really good job kind of coming into this program and keeping it going. They're still got guys. They're still a contender. And so Coach Meter does a good job. I'm very interested to see Montevallo, how Montevallo is going to do in this tournament. I don't see anybody registered right now. Maybe there's something happening, but I would like to see if Montevallo shows up. I'd like to see how they're going to fare. But also, I'm curious just to kind of see what Pleasant Valley is going to do, because they've barely wrestled a lot up to this point. But Coach Nix, we're going to hear from him soon. Going to hear from Coach Finley at Ohatchee. They're not going to be there this weekend, but going to be a good tournament again down in Ranburne. And you go to Alexandria, there's like 3 gyms, but it's I believe it's the new gym they're wrestling in. So to get in the Alexandria, you go behind the school and the gym's right there. And then for Ranburne, again, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're in the right place. All right, that is going to do it for us today, though. It is Thursday afternoon, and I'm going to go enjoy my evening. So I hope you guys will join me back here tomorrow. Same time, 5 p.m. Other than that, God bless, and we'll see you tomorrow.